Hi, my name is Chris Conley. I'd like to talk to you about dealing with stress. What's that? My daughter's got an F in her report card. Okay, she'll have to try better. What? The toaster's on fire. Okay, grab the fire extinguisher. What was that? My mother's been in a bad car wreck. Okay, we better get to the hospital. What's that siren I hear? A tornado? As you can see, there's all sorts of things that can give you stress. The definition of stress is stress refers to the physiological response that occurs when an organism fails to respond appropriately to emotional or physical threats. Extreme negative events, such as being the victim of a terrorist attack, natural disaster, or a violent crime, may produce an extreme form of stress known as post-traumatic stress disorder, a medical syndrome that includes symptoms of anxiety, sleeplessness, nightmares, and social withdrawal. So, let me give you a little history here. Let me tell you the technical term for stress. The experience of a stress creates both an increase in general arousal in the sympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system, as well as another even more complex system of physiological changes that through the HPA axis. HPA axis is a physiological response to stress involving interactions among the hypothalamus and pituitary and adrenal glands. In case you didn't know what hypothalamus is, here's a definition. The hypothalamus is a brain structure made of distinct nuclei as well as less automatically distinct areas. It is found in the vertebrate nervous system. The HPA response being when a hypothalamus secretes, releases hormones that direct the pituitary gland to release the hormone ACTH. So let me talk a little bit here about three words: optimism, self-efficacy, and hardness. First of all, the power of positive thinking comes in different forms, but they are all helpful. Some researchers have focused on optimism, a general tendency to expect positive outcomes, finding that optimists are happier and have less stress. Optimism means hopefulness, cheerfulness, confidence, a general tendency to expect positive outcomes, finding that optimists are happier and have less stress. See, I said that again because that is a very important definition. Self-efficacy, effectiveness, usefulness, value, the belief in our ability to carry out actions that produce desired outcome. People with high self-efficacy respond to environmental and other threats in an active, constructive way by getting information, talking to friends, and attempting to face and reduce the difficulties they experience. Hardness training, self-assured, toughness, resilient. Program that includes focusing on ways to effectively cope with stress was effective in increasing satisfaction and decreasing self-reported stress. So let me talk a little bit now about why you need to manage stress. And there are three stages of the stress that you need to know. The body releases stress hormones, including cortisol. The body adapts to the period of chronic stress and tries to return to normal functions. Glucose levels increase to sustain energy, and the blood pressure rises. The third stage, this stage the body has run out of reserve energy and immunity. Blood levels decline, leading to decreased stress tolerance, progressive mental and physical exhaustion, illness, and collapse. The body organs begin to fall, and eventually illness or death. So let me tell you a little bit about my job and stress that I've encountered. Whenever there's an outage at work, I'm the person they come to. I lead multiple groups to pair this fix. Sometimes I'm on a bridge or WebEx with all these groups trying to figure out the issue. I sometimes have to calm others down and keep them moving in the right direction. This type of stress is common with individuals who support IT applications. This type of stress is adaptive because it helps us respond to potentially dangerous events by activating the sympathetic division in the autonomic nervous system. So like I said, I work at Kaiser Permanente. I do the benefit application there. Sometimes our members can't get checked in because the benefit application's down. This is when they need to get medical attention that he or she requires. The customer service rep will get stressed by not being able to check the member in turn stresses out the member. Keeping positive can help you handle these type of situations. Optimism, self-efficacy, and hardness all relate to positive health outcomes. I had a job once that had very high level of stress. My boss would drive me from the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast, and I couldn't do anything right. I got a bleeding ulcer and didn't know it. My complexion started to turn white. I would lean to the right when I would walk. So I went to my doctor. He did a blood test, and a few hours later he called me and asked if I was at home in bed, which I was, and I was working. He told me I'd go straight to the hospital and that I needed a blood transfusion. I was about 3 pints low. I never worked on, I don't work on that job. I didn't work on that job much longer. Positive emotions are being an optimistic person helped me with coping with stress on my job. I project a very positive attitude at work, and I feel that others feed off me. When emotions are running high on a bridge, I sometimes say something funny to lighten the atmosphere. I work with a team that feed off each other. They support each other and will step up if someone is overloaded with work. These are the direct effects of social support. We will get together to celebrate and a successful release we may have completed that month. This type of activity will build the team, make them feel as part of a family, even though they come from different backgrounds. I hope this gives you a little bit of background about stress and why you need to manage it. Thank you.